Inspiration, support, and advice is one of the very important components in one's life. This is because it can help him or her to know that what he or she is doing is beneficial and it's right for his or her community, but also him or herself. In front of you, my name is Rafat Ali Simba. I am 10 years old. I'm a Standard 6 pupil. I'm an author and a motivational speaker. I am the writer of this book titled The First Female President. And as I said, giving advice and inspiration to other people is very important to their lives and your social abilities. So today, I am here to give you a little review of chapter 7 of my book that is titled To the Youth of This Nation. In this chapter, I tried to reach out different points of view whereby I could be able to advise different people on different ways, especially the youth, on how they can be confident and find different ways of developing themselves, but also this nation at large. I talked about so many different points such as being self-disciplined, time management, be aware of who you are and what you want in life, but also be optimistic and build the right attitude, learn the power of sacrifice, and so many more. Before I go further, let me at least explain some few of the points from this chapter. As I said, the first one is being self-disciplined. Self-discipline is the act of pushing yourself to do something without needing maximum supervision from any external force or anyone else. With self-discipline, you can make yourself be confident and push yourself to completing a certain task because you will have the inner force, the inner push, the inner confidence that comes within you, and that will have a sense of responsibility in how you complete the task that you are planning on doing. The second one is time management. Manage your time. Make sure you plan schedules. Don't waste your time on things that are not important at that time, and also make sure you do not disarrange your schedule at any time just because you want to do another activity. Whenever you want to add any activity to your schedule, find a particular time which is not covered by any opportunity of work so that you can add that thing in the schedule so as to prevent taking much time and making it harder for you to complete the things you have planned. But also, when you're managing your time, make sure at least you find friends who will support you in all the activities that you do, but according to the time schedule that you have planned, in order to make sure you attain all the activities that you have planned. Be aware of who you are and what you want in life. Make sure you know your challenges, strengths, abilities, and all these will help you love yourself deeper. Once you love yourself, you will start to set goals in order to find different ways on how you can solve your challenges, change your weaknesses into strength, and so many other solutions to your problems. Once you set goals, you will start to have a target and a space of guidance to the dream that you want to reach. For example, if you want to be, let's say, a pilot, you will start to work hard in the different subjects as a pupil, as a student, the different subjects that a pilot has to learn and succeed in order for one to become a pilot. Another one is being optimistic and building the right attitude. Make sure whenever you have a challenge, be optimistic. Look at the positive side of life. Don't always be so negative on yourself. This is because once you're optimistic, once you're like not pessimistic about what has happened, it will build the confidence in you to find a better solution according to the challenge that you have faced. But also build a good attitude. Make sure that the attitude or the way that you present yourself in front of other people is acceptable so that you can be taken as a respectful and acceptable person in your community. Learn the power of sacrifice. There are always some activities that are wasting your time, such as watching TV, playing games that are not necessary at the particular moment, watching movies all the time. These are the things that are not wrong for you to do, but at least you have to make sure you have a specific time to do these things. Not all the time you should be watching TV, watching movies, playing games. At least plan your schedule to have much more successful things like reading books, having your private studies timetable, at least having time to rest while doing other development activities such as teaching yourself different responsibility habits like cooking, doing your laundry, and many other activities. Another point from my book of the first female president is make sure you read books. Read books every day. Don't let even a single day pass without you reading at least a chapter. This is because books are very vulnerable pieces of information that can help you to learn things that you don't even learn in class. For example, you could learn different things such as cookery, how to be responsible, how to build different skills such as public speaking, creative writing skills, but also you could learn how to gain a habit of reading. Make sure you find a way to request your parents for different ways on how you can be able to publicize yourself to different books and other different sources of information, such as you can get books on the internet for free, so you can get different information even though it won't be a hard copy book, but make sure you don't stop reading books. Another point from my book of the first female president is to set goals and prioritize. Goals are like targets or guidelines that you have to reaching your dreams. Once you have goals, it will be easier for you to have like targets or to have a pathway for you to follow, and the step that you will take slowly by slowly, step by step to reaching your dreams. There are different levels of goals. There are the long-term goals and then the short-term goals. Make sure that you differentiate these two. There are some of the short-term goals that are like immediate and need to be done in an amount of a short period of time. These are the ones that you are supposed to prioritize first and make sure that you complete them immediately. Unlike the long-term goals that you are sure yourself that you have a long period of time that you need in order to complete that specific goal. Another point from my book of the first female president is make sure you speak confidently and dress well. Don't be shy. Most of the professional speakers make sure that they present themselves in a large place or in a big crowd to make sure that they get known for their talent of being able to speak about different topics. So make sure you find different famous public speakers for you to learn from them different things, such as how to make a plan on the facts that you're going to say in your speech, but also the way that you can use your gestures to go with the words that you are going to use, but then also to make sure that the face gestures and also other parts of the body show that you have a lot of energy and that you are excited about the topic that you are talking about. Another point from the first female president is get a mentor. You can't do all these things on your own. You must have some help, some guidance from someone. A mentor can be anyone. Can be your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your teacher, and any other person or any other adult that you think is responsible enough to guide you and you think that that person has enough information about the topic that you are going to be presenting or the topic that you are focusing about. Build a network. Make sure you join yourself, connect yourself in a good way, and make a good first impression in front of many people so that you make sure you build a network of of a lot of good friends, good people that are surrounding you that can help you to reaching your targets. Another one is make sure you volunteer. Volunteering gives you mental and spiritual gifts to yourself. This in a way that once you volunteer, you don't expect like any repayment from someone, and obviously this comes the source of pushing yourself to do something, because obviously when you volunteer, you know that that action that you're doing won't only benefit you but also will help in a certain percentage to your community. And with this is how we can participate in helping develop the communities and societies that we come from and the communities that we live in. Pray and have faith. Make sure you put God first in everything that you're doing. Make sure that before you start anything, take yourself back to God, ask for help, ask for guidance, because God is everything, and without God we are nothing and we can't survive. God loves when you talk to Him. He understands all languages, so don't feel that you can't talk to God just because you speak a certain language. You can communicate to God in all languages, but make sure you take yourself back to the Almighty, and obviously the Almighty will always be by your side as long as you fear, love, and respect. Help the needy. In our community, there's so many people who lack different factors in their life. You, as someone who is complete, someone who is assured of what they're doing, make sure that you find a certain way of helping them, because helping someone doesn't need you to be rich or doesn't need you to have a lot of things. Even the little that you have, provide a small percentage of what you have to the needy people all around you, because this gives you blessings, gives you spiritual rewards, makes you feel good, because when you spread happiness to others, the happiness always comes back. Work hard and be patient. Once you have certain goals and you start to work on them, don't feel like the result that you will get will come immediately. You have to wait and keep on being patient for a certain period of time until you make sure what you have done is efficient and sufficient, until you are assured of the results that you are going to get. The last point that I have from the chapter 7 to the youth of this nation is practice teamwork. Sometimes you have the ability to do a lot of things on your own, but when you do these things on your own, there is always something that you will be lacking. As we know the saying, 2 heads are better than one. Make sure that you do things in a cooperative way with other people. Make sure you live in a good way with others. Make sure that also when others have a problem, rush to help them, because once you have a problem, everyone will be trying their best to help you, because they remember that you were the first one to help them in their time of need. So make sure that whenever you are either in sadness or in happiness, make sure you bring others together with you to enjoy or to be sad in that moment, because whatever you do, you cannot do it alone. There is always some things that you will do. You must need guidance, assistance, support, and advice from all the people around you. Well, those are all the points that I have arranged and talked about and written about in chapter 7, titled The Youth of This Nation, and that is all that I have planned to talk to you today. I hope you have understood the content in chapter 7, and if you would like to know more about my book, there are also many other chapters with interesting content for you to learn from and find different information that will help you now and in your future, but not only you, even your community. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation about chapter 7 of my book, in the book titled The First Female President.